zones that Saliba and Gabriel never are. That's what you've got to look at with Konate. He's always put in positions where he is in really, really vulnerable areas of the pitch and he's not really got anyone around him, and he's quite frequently the best in terms of physicality. You're not going to beat him. He's quicker than everyone, he's stronger than everyone, he's better in the air than everyone. He's an absolute monster. Hey, yo, how's it going? I don't know what happened. For whatever reason, it went down. I have no idea, but it's back on anyway. G. Lawrence says Real Madrid wanted Saliba first before he signed his new deal, but you just compared him to Lewis Dunk. I didn't compare him to Lewis Dunk. And how do you know that Madrid were interested in Saliba, by the way? How do you know that? What makes you say that Madrid were interested in him? Cardiff are all over Wrexham. Reece says Real Madrid have been wanting to sign Saliba for years. How do you know that, mate? How do you know that? Right, half-time anyway. Half-time. It was common knowledge they were interested in Saliba Key. How is it common knowledge? Where did you learn about it? Be interested to hear where you learned about it. Same way you know Madrid are interested in Konate. It's been reported loads. No, they actually spoke about Konate. So yeah, that's not a salacious rumour. They actually spoke about Konate. It was reported time and time again. Oh, it must be true then. It must be true. Okay. Can't really argue with that then. It's put me in my place. Made me look like a right mug. Okay, so Grimsby 0, Brentford 3. Brentford 68% possession. So Grimsby have been the highest percentage of possession in the whole of League Two. They're a team that normally dominates possession. So this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable for them, to be honest. Josh says Konate over Saliba is insanely wild. But I've not said Konate is better than Saliba. What I've said is I wouldn't swap Konate for Saliba. In the same way that Arsenal fans wouldn't swap Saliba for Konate or Saliba for... I'm sure if you ask, would you swap Saliba for Van Dijk? Would you swap Saliba for Van Dijk? The answer, I would imagine, would be no. But if you ask most people who's the better centre-back, it ain't Saliba, is it? It ain't Saliba. So there's a big distinction there. There's a very big distinction. Josh, everyone's going to take VVD. He's arguably the best centre-back of all time. Exactly. Yeah, he's 100% the best centre-back of all time. But that doesn't mean if you were offered him as a direct swap for Saliba that you would take him. So, Jamie, is Konate better than Saliba? Well, that's a questionable one. But I've not said he is. But it's certainly debatable, isn't it? It's certainly debatable. He starts every year ahead of him for France. He's won far more. Played at the highest level for a lot longer. Like I said, it's not so cut and dry. But the beauty of it is that, you know, Arsenal will say, oh, it absolutely is, of course it is. But it's purely because they're playing in a Bolton Wanderers style team that Stoke City, you know, you're not, if you play against a team like that where they're sat very, very deep, you don't have to defend really. Saliba and Gabriel don't really have to defend, do they? They don't have to do a lot of defending. because it very rarely gets in their half. Whereas Van Dijk and Kanate are literally, it's like, yeah, it's literally chaotic defending from Liverpool and always has been. It was a good goal, that one, though, from Jensen, the first one. I mean, Lewis Potter's was good as well, but the third was incredibly well worked, it has to be said, from Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson's now got a goal and an assist tonight, so starting to look good for him. B, I would compare Arsenal more to AC Milan 03-07 than Bolton or Stoke. Can play multiple ways. AC Milan 03-07 got to multiple Champions League finals. Arsenal have got some way to go to be compared to those sorts of teams. They're far more accurately compared to Stoke City than they are to AC Milan 03-07. They're nowhere near AC Milan 03-07. Nowhere near them. Leagues ahead. What else have we got going on tonight in terms of the games? I've just had a look at the other scores. So Wickham are still ahead against Fulham 1-0. Wrexham 0, Cardiff 1. In League 1, Bradford 0, Lincoln 0, Mansfield 1, Plymouth 0. In League 2, Accrington are beating Tranmere 1-0. AC Milan and Atalanta's 1-1. Napoli won against Lecce earlier, by the way. So Napoli go back to the top of the Scudetto, at least until Roma play tomorrow against Sassuolo. Getafe are 11-0 up. B says, why are you so begrudging of Arsenal being a good team with two great centre-backs? I'm not saying they're not a good team. They're a very good team. Yeah, they're a very good team. I've never denied that. I would always say they're a good team. A very good team. Yeah, they're the most effective team in the league this season. So I'm not denying that at all. Certainly wouldn't say they're two great centre-backs. I think the way that Saliba and Gabriel play and the results that they get is far more likely. It's far more due to the fact that Arteta plays in that style. And if you put other centre-backs in that system, they'd look equally good. I honestly believe if you put Saliba or Gabriel, or Saliba and Gabriel in this Liverpool side, it doesn't really make Liverpool massively. In fact, I think it makes Liverpool a lot more vulnerable. Because I don't think they've ever had to run back to their own goal. They've never had to do that. They're not that style of defender. They're very good defenders. Very, very good defenders. Not great. Very good defenders. Could be amongst the very best defenders in the Premier League and the world with years to come. But not yet. Not yet. You've got to win things. You've got to win things to be doing that. And they haven't won anything yet. They've not won a sausage. You can't be going around claiming you're the best in the world if you've not won a bean. Mick says, Key, you seem to concentrate too much on what Arsenal haven't done. Why not look forward? Why do you guys always look back? Well, I'm being asked the question, Mick. I'm being asked the question. And if all we did is look forward, then you'd have nothing to commentate on, would you? You'd have nothing to talk about if all you did was look forward. You've got to look back. Those who choose to ignore history are destined to repeat it. Ginger says, "Did your internet sheet the bed?" No, it wasn't the internet. I think it was Streamlabs. Something in Streamlabs went haywire. Other people on Twitter and stuff are talking about it and saying it went down for a moment. So yeah, I have no idea. It wasn't the internet. Everything's fine except for Streamlabs. did something stupid, and now it's back up. So I'll put my complaint into Streamlabs tomorrow. B says the style helps, of course, but you couldn't say most centre-backs would look equally good. They're both top class. I'm not equally good. Again, you may be misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not saying they would look equally good, but I think if you certainly could put other centre-backs in that Arsenal side, and Arsenal would be where they are now. Yeah. And they wouldn't have to be like top class centre-backs. You could just put in very decent ones. Very, very decent ones, and it wouldn't have a huge effect on Arsenal. Like, listen, Gabriel and Saliba are brilliant. I'm not knocking that. They're very, very good centre-backs. But I think if you was to put in Euro at Man United, yeah? Put Euro in at Man United and put Van der Ven, yeah? Put Euro and Van der Ven in. Euro and Van der Ven would be just as good, maybe slightly less good, let's say. Slightly less good than Gabriel and Saliba. Josh McEachran. There's a name from the past. Right, Brentford players are back out here now. I've been looking forward to seeing Arthur, the right back, tonight for Brentford. Is this his debut? I don't know if it is, but he came to Brentford with a really sort of burgeoning reputation. Still young, came in from, was it Peterborough? Benjamin Arthur. Yeah, good player. Pup, now you're back. Do you think Big Ange will return to Celtic? No. No, I don't think he will. Yeah, I was going to say, did I not? I don't know if it cut off at the point, but you said, didn't Martin O'Neill go in as his interim, but couldn't he not be made permanent? Is there not a possibility that Martin O'Neill stays beyond the end of this interim tenure? Martin O'Neill was a really good Celtic manager. I would say the best time that Celtic had over the last 20-odd years, 30 years. Maybe the best Celtic side I've seen was managed by Martin O'Neill. They were fantastic. Obviously, it was a slightly different era in Scottish football then, but they were a really, really good side. Right, second half underway. Brentford 3-0 up, cruising. It has to be said. Absolutely cruising. G. Lawrence, you must have lots of whiskey in that coke key after some of the stuff you've been saying tonight. Well, to be fair, you've got Arsenal fans agreeing with me. You've got Arsenal fans agreeing. You've got Arsenal fans agreeing that at least the style of play that Arsenal play contributes, at least in some degree. At least in some degree it contributes to how good Gabriel and Saliba are. The style of play is a massive facet of that, in my opinion. They think it's still a facet, but only kind of maybe less as much. It's not due to the quality of the player entirely. It's entirely, in my opinion, or nearly entirely due to the fact that Mikel Arteta plays in a way that completely and utterly shields the defence. They don't take any risks. They don't play high very often. They very rarely get left 1v1. They're very much protected. Ginga says, isn't McKenna being touted for the Celtic job? He is, yes, he is. Kieran McKenna is being touted for the Celtic job next. And Martin O'Neill is a fantastic coach, legend of the sport. I'd agree with that, mate, yeah. Good player. He was a good player, obviously. He won European Cups, didn't he, with Forest? But a really good manager as well. B says, would you put Gay in ahead of Kanate? The only reason that I would do that is if Canate made it clear that he's leaving in the summer, and then I would probably put Gay in, but purely if Canate signs a contract tomorrow, and it's a straight shot between Canate and Gay. It's Canate every day of the week. It's not even close. Canate every single day of the week. I wouldn't swap Canate for any other centre back in football. If he's signing a contract and he's staying, the only reason I'd sell him is if I thought that, you know, he wants to go to Madrid, and then in that case it's like, well, all right, fine. Well, let's start the transition to whoever our next centre back is, and if that's Gay, then fine. Bad Pup says, yeah, anything is possible. Unfortunately, at the age of 73, Willie, part of me thinks they will have a bounce. Anytime I hear Martin O'Neill, it's always common sense. Yeah, he's a good manager. He's a good talker, isn't he, Martin O'Neill, as well? But he's very simplistic as well in terms of how he likes to play his football. I like that about him. Doesn't complicate things. B says, you think Konate's better than Gay? Yes, Konate is better than Gay. 100%. Ibrahima Konate is better than Mark Gay. Yes, absolutely he is. Again, if you've only watched football this season, then no, he's not. If you've only watched it this season, then no, of course he's not. If you've got a brain and you've got a memory, then yes, he's absolutely better. Mick Campbell, listen, mate, you made a statement on Sunday saying the stadium made an announcement for fans to go back to their seat to create an atmosphere, when in fact there was a problem with the monitors. But it did happen. It just for clarity, Mick, thanks for confirming that it did happen, mate. I appreciate that. There you go. You heard it here first. Arsenal fans confirming that they were told to go back to the seats. AFC Harv, I agree, Key. Yeah, listen, Gay's wonderful. I'm not saying, nobody's saying that Gay's bad. I'm just saying I prefer Konate. I wouldn't swap Konate for Mark Gay, and there's an element of subjectivity to every decision, but I wouldn't, no. B, I've always thought Konate's a bit dodgy, to be honest. Well, why would you think he's dodgy? He's not, mate. He's dodgy because of the system that we... I guarantee, I don't know what centre-back you think we could get in that wouldn't look dodgy in our system. It's the way that Liverpool play. Matip used to make decisions that Konate does. Matip used to get it wrong frequently. Gomez used to get it wrong frequently. Pretty much every centre-back Liverpool have ever had under Jurgen Klopp or Arne Slot, every single one of them, other than Van Dijk, and Van Dijk is an absolute cheat code, right? Van Dijk is a cheat code. You've got every other rival fan telling us he's the best centre-back they've ever seen, and he is. He's probably the best centre-back who's ever lived. But everyone else, every other centre-back, and we've had some really good ones, Matip, Konate, Gomez was really, really good for many, many years. We've had lots of really good centre-backs alongside Van Dijk, and the only one who has looked solid is Van Dijk. Matip, Konate, they all had their wobbles, they all had their moments, and it's because of the style of play that Liverpool play. And Arsenal just don't play like that. They don't play like that. They don't take any chances. That's why Arsenal are thought of as very boring. By their own fans, no less. Come on, Grimsby. Let's make a game of this. Hey, they might have here. They might have. They've pinched it. Go on, Grimsby. Oh, shocking. Shocking. Have I got the clock right there? 50. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. It's about right. Long throw in from the right-hand side. Come on. Ginga says Streamlabs is on a mad one tonight. Has it gone off again? Has it gone off? It's not gone off again, has it? Mick, if you think Van Dijk is banging at the minute, you're well deluded. I haven't said anything about him at the minute. You're very... Honestly, Mick, you seem very, very desperate to make certain points. Are you okay, mate? Is everything all right? And I mean that sincerely. Are you okay? Ginga, it's still on at the moment, but mine keeps freezing. I think it might be your internet. Now, honestly, I don't like. It might well be Streamlabs. I hope it's not. But I mean, the internet's fine, and the reason I know that is because I've got TikTok on another device over here, and it's working fine. That might be a penalty. It is a penalty. It's going to be 4-0 Brentford here. It's a penalty to Brentford. Yeah, I was going to say, mate, I'll keep it going. That's all I can do. It's on TikTok and Wi-Fi and everything's fine. Joel says mix on one again. Ian, Liverpool will lose against Crystal Palace tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think so. It depends on the team that he picks. Matip well cleared of Kanate. Matip looked very solid. Guarantee Saliba would look great at Liverpool. I was going to say, I think if you looked back at Joel Matip, you would see many, many times that he wasn't always very good. He was a wonderful centre-back, Joel Matip, and I would put him ahead of Kanate, but he wasn't always at his best. Carvalho, 4-0, good penalty, Fabio Carvalho with the goal. Keeper guessed right, but it's a goal. Ginga, to be fair, I'm on the works internet, so it could be my end. Mick says, I actually couldn't be better, mate. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, man. I am glad to hear that. But yeah, Fabio Carvalho puts Brentford 4-0 up, and this has been a drubbing, well and truly. Manchester United being shown how it's done. That's how you beat Grimsby. That's how you win at Blundell Park. 4 goals, 4 different scorers as well for Brentford. It has to be said. That's it's pretty good going. That they've rotated the team, Keith Andrews, and he's got 4 different scorers tonight. Jensen, who didn't start against Liverpool, Carvalho, Reece Nelson didn't start against Liverpool, Lewis Potter, don't think he started against Liverpool. So that's 4 players who've come out of the squad, off the bench, into the first team, and they've helped Brentford win it against Grimsby. You can't ask for more than that as a manager, can you? You just can't ask for more than that. It's great stuff. You love to see it. But yeah, tomorrow night we've got Crystal Palace against Liverpool at Anfield. That's going to be the game we do. Thursday, we're doing the Serie A. We're doing Serie A. We've got Lazio against Pisa. Pisa against Lazio we've got on Thursday night. So we've got a bit of Serie A footy. And then Friday night, who have we got on Friday? Remind me. Who have we got in on Friday? Friday could be a good day. Friday is... Come on, Key. Oh, Wrexham v Coventry on Friday. Wrexham Coventry, what a game that'll be. Arne Slot, I play 4-2-3-1. I'll stop the set piece goals. I don't like Chiesa. I love Gakpo. In fact, he loves me, and I will take him to Dubai. Clarky says Friday is Halloween. It is indeed, yeah. Friday, Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Right, Grimsby ringing the changes. All changes here for the Shrimpers. David Artell making some changes. Looks like, is it 3 or 4? I think it's 4 changes. B says Matip didn't have Kanate's physicality or pace, but more composed, great on the ball, better partner for Van Dijk. Well, I mean, statistically speaking at least, Van Dijk's best partner is Joe Gomez. Yeah, his very, very best partner is Joe Gomez by some distance. In terms of goals conceded per game, shots conceded, all these different whatever metrics you care to measure, Joe Gomez, when he was playing alongside Van Dijk around about 2017, 2018. I think it was then. That was comfortably his best partner. Matip's ability to carry the ball through midfield was a brilliant asset too. Well, Konate does do that. Konate does kind of go on because Matip used to do that with his arms, didn't he? He used to run and he used to like, I'm off on an adventure. And Konate does the same. Konate just kind of bounds through midfield. Got a slightly different gait to Matip. Pup says Wrexham v Coventry Friday. Yeah, Wrexham Coventry will be doing that one live. Joe Key's showing the game on Friday for a Halloween special. The classics are the best. Oh, I really miss playing football on Monday. Oh, I'll tell you what, my legs aren't half stiff. I thought loosen them up, limber up for the game next week. Monday's footy match. Oh, Brentford are in again here. Carvalho with a heavy touch and Grimsby get it away. Samuel Mark Ingram says, do you think it's possible West Ham could become relegated by December? No team can get relegated by December. And how are you today though, Key? I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm really good. I'm very good. What have I done today? I've just been doing lots of errands today, to be honest. I've I had to go and get some fuel for a diesel heater. I had to go and get some fuel, and one of the caps came off in the car while I was driving home. I don't think it snapped or so. I don't know, either way. But when I put it back on, it wouldn't quite tighten on. So I just kind of screwed it on and hoped for the best. And I was driving home at like 4 miles an hour while this like kerosene was sloshing all over the back. And at some point the kerosene's come out in the boot. And the car absolutely stinks. And I don't really stink. I don't stink of kerosene. I've had a shower. I've changed my clothes about 14 times, but yeah, just lots of errands today. But I stink a little bit of fuel. I smell manly. Finn Jack United. What are we saying? Mitre265. Do you still think Everton can't get Europe? Do you think that the Spurs defeat changed things? I know I think it was you. Did you ask that in the Spurs game? Everton getting Europe. I'm sure you did. You asked that just as Everton kicked off against Spurs. Because Everton fans, they're a little bit like United fans at the minute, aren't they? United fans go on, they have these little runs where they're determined to sack the manager, and then they win a game and everything's hunky-dory. Everything's brilliant. It's absolutely amazing. We're going to win the title. We're going to win the Champions League, or at least in Everton's case, we're going to get in Europe. That's their big grandiose claim. And I'll be honest, mate. I don't think Everton are going to get Europe. I think you'd be very, very fortunate if you get anything higher than 15th. I mean, maybe fortunate isn't the word. If you finish higher than 15th, you've done well. Yeah, it's been a good season for Everton, that. But personally, I think you're probably in that little mix. Don't know if you'll go down. You might not go down, but you'll be in that mixture of teams around that bottom. Just circling the drain, I guess, would be my shout with Everton. And it's just, I can't see how you score goals. I don't see Everton scoring goals. The best people who score goals for Everton are your defenders. Honestly, Michael Keane might genuinely finish as Everton's top goal scorer. It's not even... it could genuinely happen. He's got the best chance of finishing Everton's top scorer. Samuel Mark Ingram says neither of Everton's strikers are world class, and Joe says they finished 12th and they have a bus parade. Do you know what's I really feel sorry for Evertonians as well, because I think they were really upset about the Wolves game in the League Cup. They played Wolves in the League Cup at Molineux, and obviously Wolves have been there for the taking all season, haven't they? Everyone's beat Wolves. And Everton went there, and it's like, Everton are so... Honestly, if you win a trophy, I can't tell you that. If you were to win a trophy at Everton, oh, you'd get a statue. Especially Moyes. He would get a statue, that fella. He would literally get a statue. All he has to do is win a trophy for Everton. They would... Oh, it'd be bust... Whatever you thought Newcastle's was, it would be bigger for Everton. Even bigger for Everton. They would be so happy if they won a trophy and they got back into Europe that way. They'd not shut up about it for years. And for him to go to Wolves and put out a weakened team and get beat, that was unforgivable. And they hate him for that now. Zender says, if United finish above Liverpool this season, will you become bald? Hey, I'm not far off bald now. Yeah, I will. Hey, why not? Yeah, if United finish above Liverpool, I'll shave my head. I'll go full John Joe Shelby. I'll bick it. I'll get the razor and I'll bick it. Yeah, why not? Diamond Gezer. Arsenal live rent free in your head. And you keep putting them back in there. AFC Harv Key, your car smells like the gas station. Well, a little bit, yeah. Albeit, not quite. No, I don't know if you've ever smelt kerosene. I wouldn't advise it. Kerosene doesn't really smell like the petrol station. It smells a bit stronger. Alex says Liverpool will still be top 2. Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? And Joe says, how was footy yesterday, pal? I didn't play. No, we didn't play in the end. I was saying earlier to these, someone else asked, it might have been Alex, was asking. Yeah, I didn't end up playing, because we only ended up having about 7 of us turn up, so we couldn't do it. Will you going to Madrid, mate? I'm up at Annie myself. No, mate, I can't go to games anymore, sadly. Can't go to games. I'd love to, but I can't. No, I can't go to games. And plus, I do this now anyway, so it's part and parcel of life. I'm probably just not going to go to another Liverpool game again. I've accepted my fate. Sam, what do you think about some Liverpool saying sack Arne Slot? They're not Liverpool fans. They're United fans pretending to be Liverpool fans or Arsenal fans. No Liverpool fans want Arne Slot sacked. None of them. Joe, that's a shame, pal. Do you know what it is? We got to the actual crunch time of wanting to play, like, right, let's get everyone together and whatever, and they all said, there was a big chunk of people in the WhatsApp group just going, do you know what, it's the kids' half term, and I've got stuff on, and I've just finished work, and basically what they were saying was, it's wet outside, it's been raining, it is raining, it's cold, and it's at 8 o'clock at night, 8 till 9 we play. And, I just think there was a few people who looked and went, I don't fancy that. I'd much rather stay inside. Maybe they've got home from work and had a nice hot bath or something, and they're just all cosy, and they don't want to get up and go and play in the wet and the cold. I was well up for it. There was about 7 of us who were, but about 12 others let us down. So we're going to end up going tomorrow, maybe next week. Later this week, early next week, I don't know yet. Zendun, can you give your take on La Liga as well? And do you think the Prem and La Liga are close, or the Prem is clear? I think the Prem is clear in terms of if you were to say if you take the top 3 Premier League teams and the top 3 La Liga teams, it's probably very close. Like, let's say we were to put those 6 into a round robin tournament, and you were to do, Atletico, Barca, Real Madrid, Liverpool, City, Arsenal. If you were to put those 6 into a round-robin tournament, it'd be a really close-run thing, and Madrid and Barca would give us a game. But then if you took the other 17 teams in the league, in the Prem, and the other 17 teams in La Liga and did the same, quite comfortably, I'd imagine all of the top 10 would be English teams. So I think the difference in the Premier League is the rest of the teams and the fact that anyone can beat anyone. That said, La Liga is really, really good, and I love watching La Liga. I do enjoy it. Gelato, would you take Gerrard and Alonso or Coutinho and Thiago in their prime? Gerrard and Alonso. But if I could take any of them, it would be... Well, I'd love to take all three of Gerrard, Thiago and Coutinho, because they would probably be in my all-time Liverpool 11. In my lifetime, anyway. Thiago at his best might well be the best central midfielder I've ever seen. Gerrard, central midfielder in a different light, maybe. He unbelievable, Thiago. Gerrard was just a different animal, and Coutinho the same. So yeah, those three would probably all be in my all-time Liverpool 11. But Alonso I liked really as well too. He was a good player. Joe says National League games will be better for you. Well, yeah, probably. I need to go more of them. B says Matip, excellent at it though, could carry it right into the opposition third and really open up a game. He scored a couple, didn't he, for us going forward like that? Kanate yet to develop that really in his game. He's maybe not got that, but I think he edges Matip in the defensive side of it. Mick, key serious question for you. What's your take on featuring regularly on the fans' reaction vlog? Because you really do. I get featured on quite a few, mate. I get a few people seem to be clipping me up at the minute. It's nice. It's good. Whatever, you know. Yeah, if people want to watch them back, it's good. It's all good fun. If people clip it up, they clip it up. If they don't, then they don't. But plenty of people seem to be doing it at the minute. It's not just that fan reaction vlog. There's a fair few. I get messages off TikTok every other day saying, "Oh, I've just seen you on this," or "I've just seen you on that." It's always nice. Yeah, it's nice. Zendon, all bias aside, would you take Bruno at Liverpool? Would I take him at Liverpool? I think he'd only get on the bench at his peak. He wouldn't get in the team now, but I think at his peak he probably would have got on the bench. He's a wonderful player though, Bruno Fernandes, but he don't fit in this United squad now. They're desperate to get rid of him. He's a really good player though. Really, really good player. Read my post properly. What do you mean, read your post properly? I've just read your... What are you on about? I've just read your post. I don't know what you mean. B, so you agree, Kanate not on Matip's level. Maybe not in the sense of him carrying the ball out of defence, but I think defensively Kanate is better. Like I said, there's certain aspects to certain players you like and they're better than others, and certain aspects that they're not as good as others. So, yeah, Kanate and Matip both unbelievable centre-backs. I would say Kanate is probably better defensively, but Matip may be better at carrying the ball out. He's maybe a touch more of a modern centre-back, isn't he, than Kanate is. Kanate may be a little bit more old-fashioned. Answer the question I asked you. What's your take on featuring on the fans' reactions vlog? My take is that it's nice. I said that. It's nice. Yeah, if people want to clip it up, they can clip it up. That's my answer. I don't know what else you're looking for, mate. Joe says the most Newcastle thing to do on the weekend is to give West Ham those 3 points. Is it at West Ham? If it's away, that's a tough old game, that, for Newcastle. Yeah, difficult game, that one. I feel like you've got to win that as well. Especially after Brighton. It's going to be a tough game. Well, Brentford, they've walked this tonight. They've absolutely walked it. It's been a cakewalk for them. Dead easy. Grimsby haven't really laid a glove on them. Joe says plus we'll be knackered off Spurs tomorrow. Oh, God, you're playing Spurs. Is Spurs away as well? Or is that at St James's? See, now that's going to be a good game, that might actually be the best game of the night. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm going to watch Liverpool Palace, but that might be the best game of the night. Arsenal Palace will be a good watch too. I think if it was a total neutral, I'd probably prefer to watch Spurs Newcastle. Then I'd probably watch Arsenal Brighton, and then I'd watch Liverpool Palace. Like that's probably the best mix of. If I was a total neutral, if I didn't have a horse in the race and I didn't really care who won and who lost, I think Newcastle Tottenham's the best game to watch tomorrow. You're not going. Why not? Not fancy it. Mick, part of my question asked you about being taken in a very negative fashion. Can you not read? Why are you being so nasty, Mick? Why are you being so aggy, mate? I thought we was all right, us. Why are you being aggy? Switch of play from Brentford. Oh, he couldn't keep that down. Unlucky. Joe, out for a mate's birthday and haven't seen them for a while. Only cup as well. So sold my ticket. It's only cup! It's only cup! You can't say that. It's the cup you're trying to win. You're the holders. Genuine question, where do you see Chelsea finishing? 4th, maybe 5th. Or rather, 5th, maybe 4th. Something tells me you finish below Spurs. I think Spurs finish ahead of Chelsea. If they get their act together, Spurs are a better side than Chelsea. But nearly five. Yeah, I'd say Spurs are a better side than Chelsea. So I think there's an outside chance that Chelsea finish 5th. But entirely, it could well be that Chelsea finish 4th. I don't see him finishing any higher, any lower than that, really. I'd be amazed if Chelsea finished any lower than 5th and any higher than 4th. They finished 4th last season on the last day of the season. I think that's probably what they'll do again. They'll kind of struggle to finish 4th and they might just about hit it. So they've not really improved all that much, Chelsea. Joe, now mate, we're focusing on the Champions League winners this season, Paul. Zenden, what's up with you, Mick? I don't know what's going on, Mick. Why are you being so rude, mate? Come on, be polite. That's we're all about politeness and manners on here. Why are you being rude? Here we go, corner kick for Brentford. It's 5. It's 5. 5-0. It's a great header as well. Wonderful header, and it's the 5th different scorer of the night. Nathan Collins, the captain, the replacement captain for Jensen, who also scored in the first half. It's a really, really good header. And it's Grimsby 0, Brentford 5. Mick, I asked you a question, not being nasty at all. I just want to prove that you are deflective when properly challenged. And you proved it by not reading my question properly in the first place. But you're being nasty when you say things, can you not read? Why are you saying, can you not read? Why would you say that? That's not very nice. That's not very kind, is it? I'm sure your mother and your father weren't raising you like that, Mick. You seem like a nice fella. I'm sure they wouldn't raise you to be like that. Joe, 5-0 Brentford, says Clarkey. Yeah, good, really good header from Nathan Collins, that. And I did answer the question, by the way. I did answer the question. You asked me how I felt about it, and I said that I felt fine about it. What answer are you looking for? Seems that you're looking for a particular answer. What are you after? Tell me what you're actually asking. You're not. Maybe you're not phrasing the question properly. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe the problem isn't that I'm not reading the question properly. Maybe you're not phrasing it properly. Could be, anyway. It could be my fault. I accept it might be mine. But I am sincere, if nothing else. Joe says Wisser could be on the bench for West Ham. I thought it was after the next international break that he was back. Didn't they say he was only back until like Christmas time, and then it was like bang straight off to the AFCON? Joe looks like a right character on Asula's Snapchat stories. I've not seen that. And Clarkey, what's your prediction for tomorrow, Key? My prediction for tomorrow is... I think it might go to pens, you know. Yeah, I think it might go to pens. Palace are such a good side. Yeah, Palace are such a good side. So, I think it might, yeah. I think it's going to go the distance. I would imagine it goes to... I'd love it if Liverpool turned up and wiped the floor with them. But obviously, Palace are a good side. They can hurt us, and they've hurt a lot of teams this season. So it's not just Liverpool. Arsenal struggled past them the other day. There's a couple of chances for Palace to win at Arsenal as well. So they're a tough side. They'll inevitably cause us problems. We can't take them lightly. I would say that it's going to be a close run thing tomorrow. Mick, you didn't read it properly. I didn't read it properly. Okay. I thought I did. If you want to try again, I'll happily answer it again if it's a different question. Luke Etherington, will Liverpool beat Palace tomorrow? Who's Liverpool playing this weekend? We're playing Villa this weekend. Yeah, Villa this weekend. Tough game. Depends on which Villa turn up, because it's at Anfield. So it really depends on which Villa turn up. Ginga says Grimsby catching a hiding. You'd love to see it. Not a bit of red or anything though. Mick, the point I'm making is that you're not as right as you think you are, Key. What do you mean not as right as I think I am? You've not asked about being right. You've not asked about anything like that. You've asked about how I feel. You asked about feelings, how I feel about being featured on fan reaction TV or whatever. And I've told you that I feel fine about it. Like, it's nice. If people want to clip it up, great. If people don't, then... If they want to watch, then great. If they don't, then they don't. That's all. That's literally it. If people want to chat and engage and talk like you do, that's brilliant. If they don't, then they don't have to. Simple. Dead easy. So I don't know, it's just got nothing to do with rightness or wrongness or anything. If it has, then yeah, you're pissing in the wind, mate. You've not phrased it right. Luke, will Salah start tomorrow? I think possibly. Again, it's so difficult because we've got to prioritise the Villa game, and we've also got to think about the Real Madrid game next week as well. So I do think he changes quite a bit tomorrow. I'd be amazed if he starts full strength. But he will also be wary of the fact that he can't lose again. We can't lose another game. So going out against Palace just compounds the whole thing. So he'll want to go strong to try and, put a real nail in it and get a win. But equally, he won't want to win at the risk of losing some big players to injury for the Villa game or maybe for the game against Real Madrid. So it's a tough game for Arne Slot tomorrow. It's a big selection headache for him. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Luke says put Salah on the beach and start Isaac. Mick, I put something in brackets in my question and you didn't see that part in the brackets. So then why would you say, can you not read then? That's really not nice, is it, mate? Come on, why are you not... you're not responding to that. Why are you saying that? Why are you being so aggy? Let's respond to that first and then come on, let's do one for one. Quid pro quo, Mick. Why did you say it like that? Why was you being rude? Because you seem like a nice fella, you. And I don't think that's your style. I don't think you're that way inclined. I don't think you'd speak to someone like that if it was 1v1 in a pub. If we was just having a nice friendly chat, you wouldn't say, "Can you not read? Can you not read?" You wouldn't be like that. You're a nice fella, Mick. There's no way you'd be like that. So why are you being like that there? That doesn't strike me as a nice Mick Campbell that we know and love on this channel. Ginga says that Madrid clash is going to be spicy. I don't know if Trent is even playing for it. Today's attendance at Blundell Park, 8,637. Mick. Oh, see, now you're having a pop at other people, Mick. That's not nice, mate. Come on, Mick. You're better than that. You're a nice fella, Mick. You don't need to be doing that. Don't be having a pop at other people. Oh, unlucky. That was better. Clarky, don't say you'll wipe the floor with these. Well, I haven't, have I? I did, to be fair. We have wiped the floor with United pretty much every time we've played them over the last God knows how many years, whereas Palace has been a difficult team for us. So, recent history suggests we won't wipe the floor with Palace, which is why I'm not saying we will. But recent history certainly suggests that Manchester United we would wipe the floor with, and that Arsenal won't win a jot. So that's why, you heavily lean into those things. And so didn't you say 4 or maybe 5-0 against United? I think I did, yeah. I think I did. I did say, I certainly said about 3 or 4. I think I said 3 or 4. Not sure about 5. But I think I said 3 or 4, definitely. Key, check the comment made to be my Zenden. No. Come on, Mick. We all know who started this. There was only one of us who's being rude first. We'll address Zenden's comments in good time, but you started with the whole, you're being very, very rude. Come on. Manners, polite. All things footy. Thoughts on little men who wear shin pads to bed. Does that happen? Does that happen? That wasn't great English, was it? That was really poor England. Thoughts on little men who wear shin pads to bed. I've never known anyone to wear shin pads to bed. Unless you've collapsed in bed after a game. I mean, I've never done that either. At least not that I can remember. I might have done. But I don't think I have. I am Crute. I've lost my voice, Key. 4 losses in a row, straight to a lost voice. I've had 5 losses in a row. Who engaged first, Zenden or me? You to me. Forget Zenden. Forget him for a minute. You said to me. Why did you attack me? You had a pop at me. Let's address that first. Brentford are in. Should be. Oh, it's a great goal. Is he onside? No, he's off. Sharda very nearly 5-0. Niall Bradley. Bradford very lucky last weekend. Brentford for very lucky last weekend. No birthday, Niall Bradley. I don't know what that means, Niall. But good to have you on, mate, as always. Ollie, just let it go, Mick. Oh, sorry, Ollie, you're going to watch pennies after this one if the games go to pens. I don't know, actually. Is there any games that might go to pens? Fulham and Wickham could be, couldn't it? Yeah, we could switch over to Fulham Wickham. That might go to pens. It looks like it will, actually. So, yeah, we could certainly do that. Pup says shinnies. That would have been a great idea when I was going with my ex. Shinnies and a mouth guard and a Petr Cech head guard. I am Crute. Would you go for Joe Gomez at right back against Palace, Robbo left back, and be more traditional? I would go with Gomez at centre back, and I would put Conor Bradley at right back. I think we need to drop Szoboszlai, get him out the team. I think we need to bring Endo in. I'd love it if we could bring in Bajcetic. We're really missing Bajcetic. I think he's a wonderful player. He's just not been fit. So for him to kick his first ball of the season against Palace would be a big ask. You can't really start him, but I think he could play a big role for us this season. Mick, if I attacked you, Key, believe me, you'd know it. Oh, that's not very nice, Mick. See, I feel attacked now. That's not very nice. It's skied, unlucky, over the bar. Niall, Man United have robbed against Grimsby. And Ginger says, to be fair, Mick, you've been touting for a reaction the entire time. Clarkey, would you play a 3-5-2? We can't play 3. We can't play 3 at the back. We haven't got 3 centre-backs. If we play 3 centre-backs, it's all eggs in one basket. We can't afford to play all 3 of them. Because if one of them gets injured, we're absolutely knackered then against Villa and against Real Madrid. And, it's a big old game. Mick, Zenden, I haven't a bad bone in my body. Well, listen, do you know what gentlemen do? What gentlemen do when they get it wrong, when they call someone, or when they're a little bit rude. When they're rude, I guess what it is. That's what it is. Rude and impolite. Gentlemen apologise, Mick. That's what they do. They apologise. They say, "Hey, I'm sorry. I let my emotions get the better of me. I apologise." And then the conversation can continue. Then everyone just shakes hands and moves on. That's what men do. That's what it's about. But if you can't be going around being rude to everyone, mate. That's not cool. You can't be that. You're not that guy. You're a nice fella. I know you're a nice fella. Pup says Wrexham 1, Cardiff 1, though it's going from end to end just now. And Ginga says, get your shinnies on key. Mick's going to crop you. I'm going to get absolutely Thatchered. Absolutely Ben Thatchered. Grimsby with a long throw up the touchline. I think they're still pushing forward, Grimsby, but it's obviously purely in hope of just getting something for the home crowd. They're not in any meaningful way trying to compete here. It's just, let's try and not be embarrassed. Wrexham 1, Cardiff 2. The Bluebirds look like they've pinched a late winner. I am crew. Drop Soberslai. He's been our best player this season. I know, mate, but he started every game. He's pretty much played every minute. Like, at some point, you've got to rest him. You can't keep playing him, otherwise he gets injured, and then it's a massive loss. You've got to take him out the team. You've got to take him out the team. I am crew. It's pretty mad how the one signing we brought that's worked is the one we signed to replace Jota. The one signing that's worked? Oh, I don't know. I think there are quite a few signings that have worked. Yeah, I think we've had... I mean, I don't think Mamardashvili's not worked. I think he played quite well against Brentford, to be honest. I know he conceded 3, but he couldn't really do an awful lot about the 3 that he conceded. But he made a couple of very big saves. He was really good against Southampton as well. So, Mamardashvili, I think's worked out. I'm quite positive about him. I think Frimpong, when he's played, when he's started, has looked really good. Shame that he's got injured. Kirkes I've been really pleased by in the last couple of games. I think he didn't start so well, but he's started to grow into it a little bit. Wirtz as well. I think there's moments certainly recently that are reasons to be positive. And Ekatike and Isak. Again, Isak's very, very early on. We've not really seen Isak, but Ekatike looks really good. Mike, do you feel it's Arsenal's year, or City and Liverpool have it in them to challenge right up there? Yeah, Liverpool and City absolutely still have it in them to challenge. Absolutely have it in them to still challenge. Clarkey, be honest, Key, have Man United impressed you this season? No. No, they haven't. Manchester United have not impressed me this season. YA says 5-0 is wild, like Grimsby has really turned up, not. Crute says Mamardashvili was last season, technically Kirkes was shit against Brentford. I know he scored, but he was awful. You think he was awful? I don't think he was awful. I thought he played alright, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know. Mike, I hope you're right. Cannot have Arsenal win the league or the Champions League. They're not going to win the Champions League. They've got a chance of winning the league. Of course they do. They've always got a chance because they're one of the top 3 teams. But, yeah, there's every chance that they don't as well. It wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal didn't win it. You look at the last 6 years and you look at how they've faltered away towards the end of the season. It wouldn't be terribly surprising if they did again. Of course, there's a possibility though, and this season so far they've been the best side. But again, you don't get any points, you don't get any prizes for being top in October, do you? Still a very, very long way to go. Arsenal dropped points in a number of big games last season that we maybe weren't expecting them to. They've already lost against Liverpool this season. They very close came to losing against City as well. So it's still a really long way to go. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they won't. They might well do. But, yeah, it's certainly not decided. Nothing's decided yet. Zenden can't believe this Grimsby team beat United. I mean, it was a different Grimsby side, wasn't it? I'm sure there's a few changes in there. And they shocked United. It was also a very different United side as well, wasn't it? Mick, your interpretation of rude is not like anything I've ever come across. If me asking, can you read, because you conveniently left out part of my post was rude, mate, that's kind of sad. Alright, well, hey, there you go. There you go. We disagree on that, Chief. YA, I can't believe Fulham can't beat Wycombe Wanderers away. It's a joke. And Michael Down, Liverpool will get beat tomorrow. You melt. Hey, you could be right, Michael. Clarkey, will they beat Liverpool? Who? Man United? What, as in the league? No, Man United won't beat us. I am crude. If Arsenal don't win the league this season, I don't think they ever will under Arteta. Yeah, I said similar, mate. Yeah, something similar about that. It was it just feels like that, doesn't it? Really, with Arteta this season. If they don't do it this year, I don't think they will. To be honest, I think City and Liverpool continue to improve, and yeah, it might just be one of them where he's taking them as far as he can take them. But he could win it. He could absolutely win it. D. Nickel, Halifax v Exeter predictions. I fancy Exeter. To get a point, maybe. I don't think they... It's going to be a tough game, that one. Tough game. He says, who's Liverpool, City and Arsenal got this weekend? Just wondering. Arsenal, I think, have got Burnley. Have they got Burnley? City... I don't know who City have got. I know Liverpool... We've got Villa. City, I'm not 100% sure on. Arsenal. Is Arsenal Sunderland? Let me have a look. Who have Arsenal got? United are away at Forest. City. Oh, City have got Bournemouth. And Arsenal, I don't know who Arsenal have got. Burnley. I assume Burnley. Joe, don't forget, Key, you get Champions League in October. And Clarky, are you watching Carlisle United game, Key? I'm not, mate. No, I'm just about to turn it over to have a look at Wycombe and Fulham, because Wycombe and Fulham have got... It looks like it's going to penalties. Yeah, it looks like it's about to go to pens. So I need to end this. Ginger, I've got Bournemouth beating City 2-1. Be a good game, that, won't it? Mad Pup says, Key, you said that about Arteta 1 or 2 streams ago. Hey, there you go. Well, like, plenty of people agreeing with me then. That's good. It's always good. It's always nice. Plenty of people who agree. Plenty of people who disagree as well, like. Krupi looks very good. Yeah, he was really good against Palace, wasn't he? Couple of really good finishes. Still so young as well. Zendon, Key, do you play FPL? And if you do, how many points are you on? How many points am I? I don't know how many points am I on. I've got an FPL team. That's not really the same as playing it, though, I guess. I set it up. We've got a Premier League Dad League. I think I'm probably top 10. Like, I'm doing all right. But if I'm dead honest, I'm one of them, me. I start the season and I'm like, yes, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it regularly. And I'm going to be, like, changing my team every other week. And I'm really going to keep an eye on it. And after about the first couple of weeks, I'm just like, I forget about it. So, pretty much, the team that I have is the team that is the one I picked, like, at the start of the season. And it'll just run for me. And that's kind of what I end up doing. So, yeah, I won't end up doing all that well. I don't have the consistency to continue checking in with it. It doesn't interest me as much as maybe it should. But to each their own. Everyone else, there's a lot of people who absolutely love it. Mick, okay, give me one honest answer and I'll leave you be. Why did you ignore the part in brackets in my question? Twice you read the post and twice you ignored the part in brackets. Answer, please. What part in brackets? What part in brackets? In a very negative fashion. That bit. So what are you asking, that it's in a very negative fashion? It doesn't matter. It's fan reactions, isn't it? Do you know what the thing is? I'm featured on different ones, so I don't know which one you're referring to. There's some fan channels who feature it on, like, haters reactions. And then, yeah, obviously it's negative because people want to see that stuff. It's like, it's exclusively for Man United and Arsenal and City and Chelsea fans who watch Liverpool fans getting beat. And then it's the same when United get beat. All the Liverpool fans and the City fans pile in there and they all like it. So if it's framed as like hater reactions, then it's fine. If it's Liverpool winning games of football, inevitably you get quite a few people who come in and say, yeah, he's all right, him. I like it. There's quite a few people who've come here from that channel who've liked it. Some people have come from they didn't like it. That's fine too. That's all fine. So I didn't ignore it. It's just like that's yeah. I don't know. Is that a different? I feel like I've given you the same answer 4 different times, but I don't know what you're asking. It feels like you're framing the question in a very particular way. Come on, Wickham. Wickham against Fulham. It looks like we're going to go to penalties for that one. Wickham. It's in extra... Is it extra time or is it straight to pens? I wish the FA Cup winner would go to pens if no one gets a winner after 90 minutes, Prem Dad. You wish the FA Cup would go to pens. It might do. Yeah. Constantly ridiculed for your view. But that's the internet, Mick. That's the internet. Yeah, that's the internet. That's it. Some people like it, some people don't. It's part and parcel of it, man. It's water off the duck's back. Some people do it, some people do like it, some people don't, and that's it. And that's kind of everything in life, isn't it? Some people like it, some people don't. I'm happy with that. Dylan Doyle, Gareth Ainsworth is a GOAT. Is he back? He's just had heart surgery, hasn't he, Gareth Ainsworth? Always seemed like a really nice fella, Gareth Ainsworth. Ginga says, how is it ridicule? Well, it is ridicule. No, it is ridicule. Some people will watch me reacting to Liverpool losing in the last minute, right? And, I mean, I react exactly how I've always reacted. If Liverpool were to lose in the last minute, you do reacting like, that's how it happens. That's how I've always reacted. So, inevitably, you're going to get Man United fans going, ha, 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 ha. And that's cool. That's fine. That's all good. Because that's part and parcel of it. Inevitably, you'll also get Liverpool fans who go, oh, mate, I get it. I was the same. It's shit, innit? We're a bit crap at the minute, but it's all good. We're a really good team. We'll bounce back. Da-da-da-da-da. And it's just one of them things. Have you met Gerrard? I have had a picture taken with Gerrard. I've not met him and spoke to him in any meaningful way. I've met Carragher. I've met and spoke to Carragher and Robbie Fowler. I've got a picture just behind me here with him actually. I've actually spent I've had a drink with him, but I've never spent any time with Gerrard. Not in a meaningful way anyway. Dylan Doyle, it's all banter as long as nobody makes it personal. It's only sport. Hey, and some people do take it a little bit personally, but then that's generally those people don't really have an awful lot going on, and it's just one of them where they think because I'm insulting their team that therefore by extension I'm insulting them, and that's not the case. But there you go. Some people do think of it like that. Tony Stark, it's not just Man United fans. It's funny watching Liverpool lose to get them off their high horse. But you know what? You say high horse, Tony. But everyone who's winning is on a high horse. Everyone loves seeing, someone fall off the pedestal, don't they? Everyone loves to see that. It's a little bit of a sickening thing within the human psyche that if Chelsea are on top of the world and then they get beat, everyone laughs at Chelsea, everyone laughs at Arsenal, you don't really laugh at Arsenal haven't won a sausage, but everyone laughs at City, everyone laughs at United, everyone laughs at Liverpool. It's always the way. If you're at the top and you win something and then you don't win anything, you're always going to have a laugh. It's fine. It's part and parcel of football. Right, we've got a penalty shootout here. Wickham against Fulham. Here we go. Wickham first up. Oh, it's a big save. Big old save. Is it Bernd Leno in goal as well? Is it Leno? I think it might be. If it's Leno in goal, that's a great save. No, it's not. Who's the Fulham keeper? Who's the Fulham keeper? He's had an absolute belter there. He's done really well. Lecomte. Benjamin Lecomte. The French goalkeeper who only signed for Fulham this summer. He's just saved the first penalty. What are we saying, Mick? It's nothing to do with Liverpool at all. It's fans' reactions to teams other than their own. And YA also Dortmund beat Frankfurt in the DFB Pokal. I saw that, yeah, on penalties, didn't they? Fulham to make it 1. Yes, 1-0 Fulham. 1-0 Fulham. Pup got a photo of me and Gerrard. Granted, it was in Blackpool, Madam Tussauds. Tony, I've seen Liverpool fans saying the quad is always on. Well, yeah, Liverpool did come very close to winning the quad. Maybe closer than any other team has in recent memory. We literally won 2 trophies and we took Manchester City to literally the last minute of the Premier League season, and we got to the final against Real Madrid. in the Champions League. We were literally like less than 2 hours away from winning the quadruple. So we were very, very close. To get that close and not that long ago shows how good of a side Liverpool were. Wickham, good finish, really good finish. I am Crew to Spurs. Last minute equaliser could break that United fan's heart if he wants a haircut. I don't think they beat Forest. I think Forest beat United, or at least get a point against United this weekend. You've got to do very, very well to win at the City ground. It's a really tough place. Adama Traore taking the penalty here for Fulham. Something tells me Adama Traore is skying this. How wrong was I? Sent the keeper the wrong way and off he went. Mick, I just like winding up you guys. Hey, good luck with that, Mick. Yeah, hopefully you manage it one day, Chief. YA, Prem Dad, take it easy. I want to find out for myself for the Fulham result. Take it easy, man. Take it easy, YA. Have a good night, mate. Lots of love. See you soon. Here we go, Wickham, left-footed penalty taken. Never quite sure on these. And he puts it away. Put me in my place. Good goal. I am Crute. We should have won that Champions League final the quad year too. Where I can't say we deserved to beat Real Madrid in that final. To be honest, we missed an absolute shed load, didn't we? We missed an absolute shed load. Salah, Courtois was incredible that night. Courtois was unbelievable, and Real Madrid had one chance, scored it, and that was it. They won the game. So we owe Real Madrid a little bit of a beating in a big game. Feels like we've not done that for a very long time. The game in Kiev, we were the better team in Kiev, but obviously Karius throws two in his own net. You know, the Bale goal aside, if Salah doesn't get injured, Karius doesn't throw two in his net. It's a couple of big heart-wrenching decisions that kill the game there, but Courtois was unreal, wasn't he? But hey, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Arsenal, I actually thought Arsenal were the better team going back to the Barcelona game in 2006. I remember watching the Barcelona final when Jens Lehmann gets sent off and they had Ronaldinho and Eto'o and Belletti ends up winning it for Barcelona. You know, I thought Arsenal fully deserved to at least take Barca to take them the distance. They should have took them maybe to pens or to Eki time. It was a good performance from Arsenal, that. Unfortunately, Jens Lehmann makes a stupid decision and they get sent off. But yeah, Arsenal had a couple of big chances, didn't they, to go a bit further in that year. Right, Iwobi next up for Fulham. He's got to score this. Well, he doesn't have to. I mean, if he scores this, then literally it's sudden death, isn't it? If he scores this, it's sudden death. I am Crew, beating Madrid 4-0, then beating United 4-1 at Old Trafford. That weekend was unreal for me. Good goal from Iwobi. Yeah, it was. I was at that game. In fact, I was at the United game. I wasn't at the Real Madrid game. My dad was at the Real Madrid game and he was offered like £2,500 for his ticket by some Swedish fella. Zendon, don't know why, but I absolutely love your content and you as a person, Key. I think I watch your channel more than any United streamers. Oh, mate, that's really nice of you. Thank you. Listen, it's good to have you on. Good to have you on. We have lots of nice people on here. Wickham, gotta score. Good finish. Great pen, that. Top corner. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. We've got a nice mix on here, haven't we? Got a nice mix. Good United fans, good Arsenal fans, good City fans, good Liverpool fans. There's a couple in there who just skirt the lines a little bit, but it's all good. We have a laugh. Who's this coming forward? Who's this? Oh, yellow card for the Wickham keeper. Fulham can win it here with, is it Sessegnon? I think it's Sessegnon here. Yeah, Ryan Sessegnon, I think. Yeah, left-footed. Left-footed, Ryan Sessegnon has to score to put Fulham through to the quarter-finals. Fulham... Oh, I saved it! He saved it! He saved it! Poor Banner Rangers fan. Jamie Gould, what an easy win for Brentford. It was a good win, wasn't it? And now we've got Fulham and Wickham, and Sessegnon's just missed his... It's a bad penalty, that. He's just missed his penalty, and now it's sudden death. Wickham against Fulham. We could do with Wickham. Let's get Wickham through to the next round, so we've got a nice easy one. A nice easy one in there for one of the big Prem teams. Hopefully Liverpool. We might need it, to be honest. Reece, carry us better than Lehman. Tell me I'm wrong. You are definitely wrong. Yeah. Here we go. Wickham got a score. Good save from LeConte, and that might be it now. Fulham score this one, they're through. I am Knut Dossena only scored 2 goals for us both that week against United and Real Madrid. Both really good finishes as well, weren't they? The lob at Old Trafford was unreal. I was right behind that as well. Right, who's this? Who's this for Fulham? Who is it? Who have we got? Up he steps. Good save! Ho-ho! It was Kusi Asari. The young man. Oh, what a shame. Jonah Kusi Asari, the 18-year-old Swedish player, stepped up right-footed. And it's a big save from the keeper. And that's keeping it level now. It's still sudden death, this one. Oh, come on. Right, here we go. Who's next up for Wickham? Reece, I think the save that Dudek made in the Champions League may be the best, luckiest save I've ever seen. Oh, it's another save! They can't take penalties. This is like the Women's Euros all over again. Do you remember the Women's... What was that game in the Women's Euros where there was like 14 penalties and 10 of them were all missed? It was bad. It's like that again. They can't score, these lads. Who's next up for Fulham? I think it's Jop. It's a Jop. This one's just getting rattled, isn't it? It's getting absolutely smashed into the top bins. Full power. Here we go. Reece, Key hates women, confirmed. Yeah. Dinosaur. It's been suspected for many a time. You can see the Daily Mail headlines tomorrow. Absolute dinosaur. Prem dad. Misogynist. Oh, what a penalty that is. What an absolutely unbelievable penalty. And there you go, Fulham are through. Took its time, but it was a good penalty in the end. I am Crete. This is going to be like Maguire against Italy. He just rattled that, didn't he? He wouldn't even... No chances. Just absolutely smashed it top bins. Oh, what's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Is the referee having a pop here? I think the referee... Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? Is the game over? I don't know what happened there. It looked like the referee was like stopping the game for some reason. I don't know if he's... The assistant was holding the back of his head. I don't know if one of the players or... God knows. Does he have to retake it? It looked like it, didn't it? Reece Key actually has a Reform UK flag behind the setup. I can confirm I do not. I do not. Fulham win 5-4 on penalties. Fulham through to the quarter-finals along with Brentford. And it looks like Cardiff are about to join them as well. They are probably the first 3 teams through. Fulham, Brentford, and it looks like Cardiff now as well. It's looking like it's going to be Cardiff who are getting ahead of Wrexham. Right, that's me for tonight then. Thank you everyone that's been in the live, that's been in the stream. Apologies, we had a little issue halfway through. You wouldn't have experienced it on TikTok, but over on YouTube we had a slight issue with the stream going down at some point. I have no idea why. I think it's an issue with Streamlabs, but it's fine. I think it's fine for now. It should be okay for tomorrow anyway. I'll be back on tomorrow night for Liverpool against Crystal Palace. Please, for the love of God, can we win that one? It'd be lovely if we did. So I'll be back on for Liverpool Palace tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a lovely night. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Lots of love to your family. Lots of love to you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take it easy.